So Tim, when we're talking about building a change management capability across an organization, why is it important to approach that with structure and intent as a change in and of itself?
Great question. Growing a capability in change management is fundamentally changing how we do change. I mean, this is a big change. We are talking about going from drop things on people's heads the day it's announced to being thoughtful and being prepared and equipping people and customizing our message and understanding their unique motivators. We're really talking about changing how change happens in the organization. And I think that's that transformation that we're looking to encourage. Now, that doesn't happen by wishing and hoping. It takes thought to fundamentally change how we do change in the organization. And I think one of the traps we watch some clients fall into is they start doing good change management on a handful of projects and think that that alone is enough for this thing to turn the corner and become an enterprise capability. And I've watched clients, make years of progress at doing good change management on a handful of projects and never hit that seminal turning point of growing the capability like a change. If we're not treating it like a change, we can't get the resources for it, get a charter for it, get a vision for it, define a goal for it. Once we formalize it and start thinking about growing the capability in change management like a change, we start to apply the structure and intent we need to get this journey to move forward. And that's where I think we're seeing clients get the traction, is the ones who are treating growing the capability with the structure, intent, and organized approach that it takes to transform how we do change.
So what are the pieces or the elements of that structured process, or that structured kind of way of building change capability? What does that entail?
Yeah, treating growing change management capability like a change. I remember where I was standing when I had this realization that we had done all this research and built all this stuff around growing capability, but we hadn't been treating it like a change. And I remember where I was sitting when I kind of stepped back figuratively and said, you know what? There's a current state of how change management happens today. That's how change management is getting done today. There should be an articulation of what we want to achieve, painting the picture of this vision of what it would look like if being great at change is part of who we are. And once we get those, we need to figure out how to make the needle move. How do we move from where we are to where we're going to get to? So when we talk about treating change management capability like change, it's where are we today, where do we want to get to, and how are we going to make that journey? Sample size is an interesting thing, and we've got to work with so many clients around the world who are working to grow the capability that we've been able to derive some of the patterns that we saw work and not work. So when I'm trying to go from where I am today to where I want to get to, we've identified sort of 5 levers to make that come to life in the ECM strategy map. I need leadership action. That means leadership talking about why change management is important, leaders asking for change management reviews and updates. I need to apply change management on projects. I have to figure out how to get change management attached to initiatives. It might be a few early pilots and then move into something else. It might be division 1, then division 2, but I need to be thoughtful about getting it attached to projects. I need to build the skills at leading change top to bottom throughout the organization. I need some structure around that sort of that organizational footprint that supports change management in the organization. And I need to embed the people side of change into existing processes in the organization, whether it's performance review processes, hiring, promotion processes, project funding processes. What processes exist already where I can bring adoption and usage and the people side of change in. So where am I today? How am I going? Where do I want to get to? And then what are the specific tactical levers I can pull across leadership, skill, structure, project, and process to increase maturity and increase change management capability?
That's the last question.